What's up, gamers? The Red Dragon here, and we are checking out a little Battlefield Armored Kill gameplay, and got some breaking news for Battlefield players. They've just released a laundry list of patch notes that are coming tomorrow. There is a patch that's going to hit Battlefield tomorrow, October the 11th. This is a server update, so you may not have to actually download anything for your game to be changed. If it's a server update, then it could take place in the back end where you don't even realize it. So just kind of keep that in mind if you're freaking out, not thinking that the patch released on October the 11th. It is going to be pushed out on all platforms, console and PC, so everybody should be seeing these changes tomorrow. So let's get into what the changes are. Now, you remember that we've done a lot of videos. I made a video almost a month ago now where I talked about changes that I would like to see made in Rush to the AC-130, and you guys came up with some great suggestions. I put a video out displaying those, and whatever happened, whether great minds think alike or, you know, DICE heard you all's calls or your voices, either way, some good changes are being made to the Rush AC-130 gunship. Here is how it works right now. The AC-130 will spawn in the beginning of the match, just like it is currently. But once it's destroyed, it stays destroyed until the attacker destroys an MCOM station. So if you lose that AC-130, you're not going to get it again until you put in some work and are able to actually arm and destroy one MCOM station. So the way it reads as if you get one for each MCOM station. So every time you destroy one, then you get the AC-130. But once it's destroyed, it's gone. So I think that's a good balance. I definitely think that's a start in the right direction, because the 90-second timer delay definitely didn't help things whatsoever. So I'm pretty pleased with this particular change right here. The other change coming to the gunship will be occurring in Conquest mode, and it says now the gunship will always have a 60-second spawn delay in Conquest, no matter what the server spawn delay setting is. So as a server admin, you can go in there and change the vehicle spawn time to low or whatever, and so anyway, they're now going to keep the AC-130 separate from the other vehicles. So no matter what your server settings are, they're basically taking a setting away from you and saying that the AC-130 will spawn in 60 seconds no matter what. The next option, or the next, well, yes, it's an option coming now to hardcore mode. Server admins do now have the option to remove the mini-map in hardcore. So I know a lot of people have been upset about that for quite some time, so that option is now finally available. Also, a big issue that I would have liked fixed, you know, for the last 180 days while I purchased a server, but now that it's expired, it's too late. Anyway, I've told you before that I stopped renting a server out because it kept on kicking people. I feel like I wasted a lot of money because we couldn't ever keep the server full, because every time we would fill it up, the server would just kick everybody out, and I had documented proof of that. Well, finally, 180 days at least later, they finally have improved server stability. It says improved connectivity between game servers and the back end, significantly reducing the number of times a server times out and kicks players. So at least they finally admitted that there was a problem. It would have been nice to, you know, say something about that months ago, because we've all known that this has been happening, and you get on there and they refer you to Xbox Live or Fix Your Router or some crap, and it was on their end all along, and we all knew it. So finally they're admitting to it and saying that that is now fixed. The knife takedown fix, it says there was something where multiple knife kills could be made at the same time on a server. That's now done away with. MVP premium member score fix. Okay, so the way that it was tallying scores at the end of a round, it would also give like premium users bonus points because they're getting ribbons and stuff, I guess, that regular players aren't getting. So what would happen is some players were getting MVP basically just because they had purchased into the system and were a premium user. So they've now done away with that, and MVP is calculated just on the normal score and not taking into account any advantage that you have as a premium member. So that's good, because you don't want to pay to excel at the game. There was a kill list fixed a bug where a kill was listed as a vehicle when the player actually killed someone with a mine or a similar weapon. It says, for instance, this would occur if you fired a javelin and then entered a vehicle before the javelin hit its target. So I guess people could, cheat around, I guess, different assignments or something, and get kills with vehicles that maybe they weren't or something. I don't know. Anyway, that's fixed. The kill list is fixed. Radio Beacon exploit. The Houdini and all his QED videos have maybe finally made an impact on EA and DICE. They're finally getting around to fixing some pretty major exploits that people have been using in the system, and I'll link Houdini's channel below, because he puts out some really good videos. He goes through there and finds all kinds of glitches and things in the Battlefield game. A lot of people don't like to see that stuff, but look, I say I'm always for more information. I don't want to not know something that's out there. If it's out there, I want to know how they're doing it, what's being done. That way I can report the players if I see them and I know that it's a glitch, etc., etc. And also, this can be sent to EA and DICE, and they can fix the glitches. It's good to know what problems there are in the game. Anyway, after that whole spill, yes, some bug fixes are finally coming. The radio beacon exploit fixed. Now, this is where you could place a radio beacon on or near a rooftop, and then if you spawned in on it, then you would be outside the map on certain levels that you weren't supposed to get out of, especially Operation Metro. So this was being used a lot in Operation Metro. That's finally being cured. Also, ladder vehicle entry fix. You might have seen those videos where you see a Jeep driving around with nobody in it. That was a glitch where people would climb a ladder and then they would enter the vehicle from the ladder, and so they would be shown invisible. Or I guess you wouldn't be shown invisible. I guess that's impossible. But anyway, you were invisible in the vehicle. So now the ladder vehicle entry is fixed. And it also says crash fix. Fixed a rare potential crash issue when loading a new map. So I guess that may go back to the improved server stability, because I don't know. I've had it crash on me whenever it was loading a new map, and also whenever we were just in the middle of a map. So it was occurring several times. But hopefully, if you've paid, if you've still got a rental server, then congratulations. You may now finally have a stable server. Otherwise, aside from all my little bitching on the sidelines, I'm pretty pleased with this patch overall. Some good changes, some good fixes being made. Post below in the comment section. Let me know what you think of these patch changes. What's your favorite? Do you think rush mode is finally going to be fixed? Or do you think there still may be some issues, but this is definitely a step in the right direction? Post below. Let me know what you think with your comments, because every comment helps out my videos. Also, your likes, your favorites, your sharing. If you're sharing it with your people on Twitter or Facebook. Also, by the way, you should be hooking up with me on Twitter and Facebook, because we have some good discussions there as well that we don't just have here on YouTube. So I'm branching out. I'm networking, baby. So go network with me. Give me a like, comment, and also your subscription is always appreciated. That does it for me, The Red Dragon. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.